Today we are looking at the Asus GeForce GTX 780 DirectCU2 OC. This card is amazing. I'm not paid to say anything about this in this video, as we've only just started up our channel and we haven't got any sponsors yet. But I've bought this card with my own money, and it has been the best graphics card I've used to date. So let's see what it looks like, shall we? So this is the card right here. You got the nice GeForce GTX 780. The PCB is like completely non-reference. They got a backplate on it to keep it nice and keeps it even cooler. Makes it nice and sturdy as well. Because like this is a heavy card. I'm not exactly sure. Doesn't say on the box anywhere, but like anyway. So the power requirements for it is a one 6-pin and one 8-pin PCIe connector. Yeah. So on this card, it's a bit different to any. If you get a 780, any 780 on the market is going to be freaking fast. I'm going to give anything that. But this one's a bit different, as they can like keep it extremely cool with this 10mm heat pipe, or 1cm, or whatever you want to call it. So basically, they spent ages just on this singular heat pipe here to make sure that it draws heat away from the GPU and keeps you going nice and cool. So this fan looks a bit weird, doesn't it? That's because it's sort of like an impeller and a blower at the same time, so you can like feel the heat coming out of it, and also it's intaking air as well. So it's not a great thing for SLI, as like I've tried to put my old 650 Ti, back into my computer because I wanted to like run a few extra monitors, and this fan interferes with the back of the PCB. It just like goes and it sort of like grinds on them, so it's not the best. But then they've added this fan as well, just to make sure there's no turbulence, and yeah. But overall, it's an extremely good design. It doesn't go above 60 degrees like when I'm playing like Crysis 3 or Skyrim or whatever you guys want to play, and whatever I'm playing. So yeah, well, should we get into the benchmarks now? And yeah, so for Battlefield 4 1080p ultra preset, full on anti-aliasing, a minimum of 76, an average of 83, and a maximum of 108. Crysis 3 1080p, very high preset, 8x MSAA, is minimum 31 frames a second, average 33 frames per second, and maximum 40 frames per second. Yeah, it's a bit. I mean, 30 frames a second is playable, but for me, it's not acceptable. You need to play in 60 frames a second to have a good gaming experience. Now, bioshock, we don't really understand what happened with it. We did it like twice. But the minimum was 13, the average was 106, and the maximum was 378. That was with their benchmarking utility, so I'm not too sure what happened there. We might redo it, I'm not really sure. But anywho, my computer as well. It's obviously I've got this card because it's mine. Very nice card right here. And we've gone to sleep again. We have the ASRock Z87M Extreme 4 motherboard. It's a good enough motherboard for the money I paid for it. It's got heat sinks and all, but it just does what I want it to do, and that's what I like about it. I've got an Intel i5 4670K as well, and I have not overclocked this because I just don't want to. Just don't want to overclock. For my power supply, I have a PowerCool X Viper 750 watt 80 plus bronze. This power supply is doing what I want it to do at the moment, but I'm not too sure about it. I might change for like a Corsair or a Silverstone or something like that. Anywho, I have 16 gigabytes of Kingston HyperX Genesis 2133 megahertz, so it's pretty good RAM, and yeah, it just does what I want it to do. I didn't actually realise it was 2133 when I first got it, so you know. So for storage, I have one Kingston SSD now, 120 gig, and that's my main C drive. I'll do an upcoming review on that. Then for my game storage, this is for solely games. I have one Seagate SSHD, 8 GB cache, and 1 TB, just solely for games like Origin, Steam, that sort. Then I have one Seagate 2 TB Barracuda 7200 RPM. That's just for like programs and other stuff. So for my CPU cooler, I have a Corsair H100i CPU cooler. It's dual radiator. What's happening? Right. Dual radiator. And yeah, it's just really good. My CPU doesn't go above 40 degrees Celsius. So what's happening? Right. Alright. So for my case, I have the Inwin GR1 Metal Grey. Supports Mini ITX, obviously, Micro ITX, ATX, and eATX. It's just, you'll never take this case away from me. You can just deck out with fans. You can even put a fan behind the motherboard if you really want. It's your choice, man. It's your choice. But you can have two in the front, then you can have one inside behind the hard drive bays. Then you can have one on the bottom. If you take out the other hard drive, you can have two on the bottom, three on the top, but my radiator takes up all three of them spots, even though it's only a dual radiator. People who have the H100i will understand, but you can have three on the top, one on the back, one behind your CPU cooler, then obviously your power supply. So that's a lot of fans going right there, and very nice airflow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you'll subscribe, like and dislike the video, leave your comments on what your thoughts are, and yeah, we shall see you in the next one.